Good night, Mr. Bridgerton.
Do you not need a chaperone?
Spinsters do not need chaperones.
You are not a spinster.
In the upcoming Bridgerton Season 4, Benedict's story is poised for a significant improvement over its book counterpart, An Offer from a Gentleman. Benedict, portrayed by Luke Thompson, has been a beloved character due to his sensitivity, humor, and deep family love. His character's arc could be further enhanced by incorporating more fairy tale elements, specifically those from Cinderella. Benedict's story already shares similarities with the classic fairy tale, with his mysterious meeting with Sophie at a masquerade ball and her wicked stepmother's interference. Introducing more of these fairy tale aspects would add a unique charm and fresh perspective to the series, fitting seamlessly with Benedict's artistic and romantic nature. It would also provide a new dynamic, ensuring the show remains innovative rather than formulaic. By emphasizing these elements, Benedict's character could be further developed, showcasing his kindness and depth, making him more akin to a Prince Charming figure and enhancing his romantic journey with Sophie. This approach would not only improve Benedict's portrayal but also enrich the overall narrative of Bridgerton Season 4. I know exactly what Bridgerton Season 4's Benedict story should be like to improve upon the book. I know exactly how Benedict's, Luke Thompson, story in Bridgerton Season 4 could improve upon his book, An Offer from a Gentleman. Benedict has been one of my favorite characters in Bridgerton since Season 1. His sensitivity, humor, and love for his family endeared me to him almost immediately, with his journey and many swoon-worthy moments in Seasons 2 and 3 only making his arc better. Therefore, when I saw the updates for Bridgerton Season 4, I got so excited about his story and the elements it could bring to the series. Bridgerton Season 4 being Benedict and Sophie's season would bring a lot more humor to the series, as Benedict has often been the comedic relief. It would also showcase yet another amazing female lead in the form of Sophie, whom fans, myself included, have been eagerly awaiting. But one particular element of Benedict's book should get more attention during the show's 4th season, as it would add a unique spin, the fairy tale elements, specifically the elements featured in the classic story Cinderella. Bridgerton Season 4 should add in some classic fairy tale elements. Benedict's story is already based on a fairy tale. Bridgerton Season 4 should add some classic fairy tale elements to Benedict's love story, as the core of it was already inspired by them. Benedict's story with Sophie shares several elements with the classic fairy tale Cinderella, as Benedict meets her during a masquerade ball that she is not allowed to attend by her wicked stepmother. Sophie leaves the ball abruptly, giving Benedict no clues as to her whereabouts. Despite this, the two reunite, with Benedict not realizing she is his mysterious lady in silver until the last third of the book. The book has a few other nods to the classic tale. One example is Mrs. Gibbons, the housekeeper of Sophie's stepmother's estate, acting as a sort of fairy godmother, giving Sophie the dress she needs to get to the ball. These elements continue to pop up, but as the story goes on, they begin to fade out, tilting the story back toward the status quo of the book series. To me, adding more of these elements to the Bridgerton show would enhance Benedict's story, as it would add a unique feel to his season. How fairy tale elements would enhance Benedict's story in Bridgerton Season 4. Fairy tale elements would fit with Benedict's artistic mindset. Adding these elements to Benedict's story in Bridgerton Season 4 would give the show a fresh feel and work with Benedict's established characterization. Bridgerton's romances have always found ways to incorporate and play with established romance tropes, such as enemies to lovers. Incorporating these elements, then, could give the series more to play with, as the Cinderella fairy tale has been adapted and recontextualized several times over. It would give the season a unique feel and ensure the series does not become formulaic by adding new obstacles. Benedict's characterization would also fit into the classic fairy tale template, especially considering his journey in Season 3. When Benedict finally marries in Bridgerton, it should be with a clear sense of self and a desire to spend his life with someone like Sophie, who can understand his struggles due to her own identity crisis. Fairy tales are meant to be stories that teach a lesson, so adding in these elements could help drive home these themes of discovery and identity. Not only that, but Benedict's artistic and romantic worldview would allow these elements to work seamlessly into the world of Bridgerton. Bridgerton leaning into Benedict's Cinderella story would improve upon the books. Having these elements present in Bridgerton Season 4 would be able to improve upon Benedict's book characterization and include some more fun moments in the series. A harsh reality of the Bridgerton books is that many of their male main characters are not exactly Prince Charming. Using these elements, the show can continue its improvement of Benedict's character overall, as he is much kinder and more good-natured than his book counterpart. Using the Prince Charming template could add to his character and give him moments of passionate expression, which we have not really seen from him in the series.